sounds you are hearing are the crowd's roar. We have ourselves a brood war. Nations vs. Nations finals coming at you right now. Going to be very, very good indeed, folks. Yeah, baby. Let's bring it on. We've got ourselves a great matchup. South Korea versus Kazakhstan. We've got some good players for today. KDK, 4-3-2-1. And Silent Control for South Korea, who have so far been owning up the competition with dual Zerg. Some controversy over that going on all over IRC that I have been seeing. And that's basically because most other Korean leagues do not allow double Zerg in 2 vs. 2. Maybe that's why the South Korean team has been owning it up really nasty so far. For Kazakhstan, we have Shanghai going Zerg and Chakra going Terran. Should be very interesting indeed. The finals. Do you know what I'm talking about, people? The finals. We have had excellent games of Brood War all throughout this WCG 2003 Grand Final. I am beyond excited to see more of them. I cannot believe the level of play that has been presented here at WCG. We've got people in the audience here all over the place. They are ready to see a good match, and I hope they are not disappointed. The players from South Korea and Kazakhstan want this game. They want the prize that goes with it, which I believe is $7,500 American, I think. I might be mistaken, but we'll see. We've got a very good game coming up, folks. I'm expecting some excellent micro, as always, from South Korea. Let's see if Kazakhstan can possibly stop that early Zergling rush and keep themselves in the game later on as well. We saw Spain fight South Korea in the last game, and the fact that the Ling Rush is so easy to do right off the start forces the players from the other country to play defensively off the bat, which gives the Zerg players enough time to build up some Mutalisks and come in there and own them up with air. We'll see how well the South Koreans can do this in this game. I'm looking forward to it very much. Again, the players for South Korea, KDK, 4-3-2-1, and Silent Control, both going Zerg. Kazakhstan, we've got Shanghai, who is Zerg, and Chakra, who's going to be playing Terran. This is the StarCraft Brood War Nations vs. Nation Finals. You can hear the crowds roar as they are excited for this matchup. I know I am. Really looking forward to it. I don't know many of the players from Kazakhstan, or any of them really, but if they made it this far, Nations vs. Nations, they've got to be good. And just like most of the Brood War players that are here. Silent Control looking very serious with his bucket hat. I got to give him a little credit, especially since I'm wearing my hat. So I gotta give some love to the hat-wearing peeps. And we should have ourselves a good matchup coming up very shortly. I think everyone's just getting excited right now. We've got pictures being taken by the press. People very excited. And let's see here. Shanghai looking like he's very happy to be here in the finals. Probably very appreciative of the noise from the crowd. We should have a very good game here, folks. Everyone just getting ready here, looks like. Chakra from Kazakhstan, also a member of L Clan. And let's see. Showing a little smile there. Looks like he's ready to play versus the talented South Korean pair of Zerg players. So far, they've been owning up the competition. going to be getting ready very shortly right now. Nation vs. Nations Finals, StarCraft Brood War. This is Christopher Wax-Steven Ionetti for the Team Sportscast Network, www.tsncentral.com. Press taking coverage right now all over the place with cameras, seeing the audience's reaction here to their hometown, South Korea, being in the finals here at WCG. I know they are excited and ready to go, just as I am. Let's take a look here at some of the player profiles if we've got a little bit of time. I think we do. Chakra has been doing okay thus far. Not great. He's 3-3 in the single, the 1v1s setups for Brood War, and his partner Shanghai 2-5. So he's not terribly great here in the 1v1 situation. They both had some pretty tough groups. The map's going to be Dahlia of Jungle. Dahlia of Jungle, a very interesting map, probably the most balanced for this situation. Starting ramps leading down from a plateau where the starting locations are. We have enclosed expansions for all the players. The thing about the closed-off expansions is that you have to position your buildings in such a way to avoid damage as much as possible, because the expansions that are enclosed only have a very thin layer of rock and minerals, stopping the other players from hitting them with ranged units such as siege tanks or lurkers or reavers. So it's very important that you keep an eye on those expansions. The enemy can come in from behind and try and take it. Also very important are the 3 bridges from each starting location that head to the center of the map. Control over those, very important, especially for Terran players. We only have one Terran player today, which is going to be Chakra. Chakra should be having a pretty tough time here versus the double Zerg of KDK 4321 and Silent Control. We'll see how the double Zerg rush does against Kazakhstan. It's the Brood War Nation vs. Nations Finals here at the 2003 Samsung World Cyber Games. Countdown going off. 3, 2, 1. And we are going to start right now. Here we go. KDK being pink, Silent Control being in the red. And now looking at KDK 4321. Starting to get his drones set up and ready to go. Hatchery obviously trying to create more drones. And right now, it's looking like the Zerg player, Shanghai Orange, has got himself a series of drones coming out from the eggs as well. Right now, both players for both teams looking very, very serious. They want to grab the wins here. They want to have their prize money. No one here, no one has made it to the finals of the single player setup. Spawning pool going down right now for the red player, Silent Control. KDK being pink. And looking right now at the orange player, Shanghai. Shanghai getting out some drones. Going to have a spawning pool going very shortly. He's got a scouting drone right now, trying to find where his opponents are. It's not that difficult to figure it out, but he's probably checking to see what's going to be happening in the early game. Right now we've got the drone for Shanghai inside the main base of KDK scouting his opponent, seeing what's going on. We've got the Zerg hatchery, the second Zerg hatchery going down right now for Shanghai. Looks like he's going to try and get some units out a little bit faster, not building himself a spawning pool off the start, oddly enough. We've got dual racks coming right now for Chakra. Chakra going to be throwing down some Marines on the ramp very shortly. Because of the positioning of the ramp, you are not able to, in normal Lost Temple play, get yourself situated to put buildings down there and block incoming units. Anyway, right now a drone for Shanghai. It's just hanging out on the ramp right there for KDK. KDK killing it off very easily. And now we've got an SCV for Chakra on the ramp. He has himself some Marines as well. And now here comes the Ling Rush, the double Ling Rush. A drone, a good distraction here by Shanghai. He's getting himself a creep colony going. Spawning pool has just come down, and he's going to get himself a sunken colony. But now we've got the Lings coming in for the South Korean team, going after the sunken colony. Sunken colony going to be going down, canceled by Shanghai. And the double Ling Rush coming from South Korea, owning up the units of Shanghai. Shanghai pretty much alone right now. Chakra looks like he's going to be going on the move over to the Zerg base of Silent Control. Uh-oh. Good games being said across the board here. I don't believe they were said yet by Team Kazakhstan. That might have been a very quick match and maybe a very disappointing final. We still got the match going on, though. I don't see any cancellations. We'll see what's going on here. Double Zerg rush. Just might be too difficult to contend with here. Action going on inside the main base of Silent Control. And right now, we've got an expansion going up for KDK. Silent Control building one up as well. Or, I'm sorry, KDK as well. And there we go. Players for Kazakhstan starting to leave the game right now. Not too happy with the current outcome of this situation. Kazakhstan going to say good game, and this one's over. South Korea going to take the win over Kazakhstan in the Nation vs. Nations final in record time. Super quick match. Lots of preparation before the match, and it's over that quickly. Very rough as double Zerg rush from South Korea being too much for Kazakhstan to deal with. Too much micro coming from South Korea, and just not enough can be done versus that. Good games all around, and I believe that's going to be it for our coverage of the World Cyber Games today. I don't believe it. That was such a quick match. That was rough, especially for Kazakhstan. All right, guys and gals. We'll be bringing you more coverage, more live coverage of the 2003 World Cyber Games. This is Christopher Wax-Steven Ionetti for the Team Sportscast Network, www.tsncentral.com. But that match is over. Gonna be the end of the cast today, I believe. Let's bring you guys out on a little bit of techno. On a little bit of techno, indeed. I gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed with that final. It's rough that dual Zerg was being done, but that's what happens. It's able to be done by the other players as well, and it can come down to micro, but it didn't happen that way. Good games, guys. We'll bring you more coverage of Samsung World Cyber Games tomorrow, but for now, I'm off. I'm about to go do some stuff, like eat, and probably go out tonight and drink some more soju. I'll catch you later. This is TSN, Wax-Steven signing off. Good night.